guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Rachel.
And I'm Victoria.
And we're Twintorials. We're going to be introducing another project pan. I think that we could probably label it the same as I think the last project pan we introduced, which was like Project Half-Assed or like something like that, because although we love panning, we are not the type to be like tracking it bit by bit and like it's not happening from us. It's going to be very basic tracking, very basic discussion. So it kind of is like a half-assed lazy project pan. So if you are interested in seeing what we have chosen, then just keep watching.
I've been trying, I don't know if I put it on YouTube, but the last project pan I created for myself, I put this in, and it's still not gone yet. This is the Tarte Deep Sea Glotion stuff. It works well. It's so good.
Go on.
It works well, like every other glotion I've ever tried. I wouldn't consider buying a Tarte glotion, you know.
It's a little like peach too.
A little steep for that, but I do like it. I'm just not prone to using primer products right now at all. I just forget, so that's why it's been taking me so long. But I'm trying. So I think, I don't know. It'll probably take me a good month or two of consistent use to actually use it up.
Well, this isn't an actual primer, but it's the only thing I can seem to use. So like the Auric shade, so like when I was tan, I loved the Auric Glow Lust. I don't like the shade that Vic has. It's not for me. I won't be ever using it under my foundation. I hate it. It makes my face way too peach. But I love the glow it gives. It's just darkens my foundation way too much, and I'm one of those people that's like, I want it to like match perfectly. I don't want to drag it down my neck. Like, I see it. Which happens on occasion, you know, but whatever. Anyway, this is the Milk Makeup highlighter in the shade Lit. Our friend Kayla Marie gave this to us a while back, and I really like it. It's pretty balmy, pretty like oily, pretty juicy. But I really like using it under foundation as like a glowy product, so I just put it on like the high points of my face where I would highlight. And I've been really liking it. So that's kind of my priming product, so to speak.
I guess the order I would use is then concealer, and I kind of have to. I'm going to use them together. This is the Ulta Under Eye Corrector. I like it. Rachel doesn't, but her skin has always been a little more finicky. I'm pretty close to done with this. I've made a lot of good progress in the last, I don't know, year that I've been using it. But if I remember to put it under my concealer, then I think we'll be ready to use it on this guy. It's also good to put sometimes like in the center of my lips.
I do like it for that.
As a brightening color. And then I have this Yensa BC concealer. We got this through Octoly?
Maybe.
Question mark?
The two times we got Octoly stuff.
When we were doing Octoly. We did it more than that.
I don't remember it at all.
Oh yeah, we did. But yeah, I think I got this through Octoly, and I really like this concealer. It's not as bright as anything I've been using recently. So it's not something that I've been drawn towards because I've been just expecting a lighter under eye.
Right.
But this one works fantastic, and I highly recommend it. But I just want to get it used up and done because I'm ready for like the new stuff.
Right. All right, my two concealer type products. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I honestly haven't gotten along with this in the past, so I'm really just doing this to see if I like it or see if I don't get along with it. So far, it makes my concealer wear like shit, so I don't like it. But I've pretty much always held that thought, so we'll see if that changes. I'm also using it in combination with the Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G12. This one is pretty much my exact skin tone. If I could have like one lighter shade for like my perfect brightening shade, maybe two, but that's because I'm excessive. But I really like the Glossier concealer. It's just that my Too Faced concealer, the Born This Way concealer, has me in a chokehold. I want a concealer with a similar formula, but like lighter and pinker. But every time I find a concealer that's like the really light shade that I'm wanting, aka Juvia's Place or something, it's an awful formula. So maybe I should try the Huda Beauty concealer again because I did fuck with that one heavy.
Oh, right. I forgot about that one. For foundation, I'm trying to finish up my MAC Face and Body. I don't know where I'm at. I know I'm low. Like, it's got to be, like,
Yeah, I'll have to like melt it
here,
down for a
probably.
minute, shine a flashlight.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how I can mark this and get the
Photo.
you know, the picture. But I know I'm low on this, and I just want to get it used up because I've had it for a while.
So good though.
It works really well to sheer out the GPS Place foundation I've been using. The Radiance foundation, I guess it's newer. And it's okay. It's not my favorite, it's not my least favorite, but I do like it well enough. But yeah.
So I am currently trying to pan out or get some really good use out of our Salt New York foundation. This would not be the first one that I've gone through.
No, not even.
But I did want to just kind of make a little palette, so I guess I'll mention the bronzer while I'm in here too. This is actually a foundation shade in N07. And I thought it looked like a really good bronzer shade, and I freaking love it as a bronzer shade.
Yeah.
So in the past, I really liked the medium bronze shade, and now that I'm pale, very pale, fair, maybe some could say, white, I prefer a lighter kind of bronzer shade. I also have the white lip and cheek in here just so I can lighten up the foundation if I need to, if I want it to be a little bit brighter. And both shades match me pretty well. This one, let's do some research. N12, okay, so N12 was her original release, and N11 is the lighter shade she released after. I would venture to say she could even go one shade lighter, maybe two more, for the fairest of the fair skin, but this is a damn good foundation match if I ever found one.
So good.
Almost identical.
We were on YouTube when we
Untraceable.
received the Salt foundations.
No.
Or it was like right when we
It was
left.
right after we quit.
But they're everything.
Very nice. I really, when I don't have nails, I love applying them with fingers. Like that's what I did today for my foundation. It took me like 5 minutes. I didn't have to use near as much as I normally do when I use my fingers because nothing is soaking up the product.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked so good. So
They're flawless.
and it works so well with the concealer I have. So
I don't have a blush I'm going to be working on in this project, but I am going to be doing 2 bronzers. I'm going to work on the Huda Beauty Tan Tour in Fair. This is okay. I like the formula.
it's so medium though.
The color is very medium. It's what I have on today. It's not terrible. Like, I can make it work for sure, but I would rather not have to, like,
Make it work.
pull it off just because I'm so cute, and I'd rather just have it look like a better bronzer, you know, like a Salt New York bronzer. I think maybe after all this stuff is done, I might just be Salt New York base only, except for concealer, but we'll see. And then I'm also, because I have this little mini NARS Laguna bronzer, I've been trying to use this up. I actually do like this. I wish it was lighter, but I like the tone of it quite a bit. So do they have like a Laguna Light?
I don't think so, but that'd be nice.
That would be nice. I would love a Laguna Light. I could mix it with powder.
Yeah. So I actually have 2 blushes in this project, but I don't really intend on finishing this one up. I just want to get a little bit more familiar with the formula and see how it plays on the eyes and that sort of thing. This is the Made by Mitchell liquid blush in Melon Sorbet. It is the cutest little peachy shade ever.
I have that on as well.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's kind of like a yellowy peach, and I just think it's really flattering on fair skin, specifically at least. I don't remember how I felt about it when I was 10. And additionally, this Kaja Cheek Heart Stamp in the shade 01 Koi. Yeah, cheeky stamp. This is pretty much like almost dry to the bone. So I'm just trying to like pound it out.
Kaja has sent us a couple of these blushes. I wouldn't recommend you buy them because they do dry out that fast. Like,
right.
You have maybe 3 weeks of use out of that blush
before it starts getting hard to put it
like
on.
Gone.
I just kind of flip the cushion back and forth, but I just know it's close to done, and so I may as well finish it up. It works really well to kind of
it's a beautiful blush.
blend blush with your bronzer. You know what I mean? It's such a sheer like light layer now that it works really well for that. So I'm really happy to be using it up.
For highlighter, this is what I've been working on actually for quite a while, and it's almost gone. I'm really excited. This is Ray Ryder from Kaleidos. I don't know if you can tell from that far away how almost gone it is, but definitely when you see the up close shot. I probably still have like a week or 2 with it, but I use quite a bit of highlighter, I feel like, actually, so maybe I only have about a week with it. It has become one of my favorites. It reminds me a bit of the Natasha Denona one. There's my brother. Let me shut the door. It reminds me a little bit of the Natasha Denona one that we have, so I might use that afterwards just because I love that one. I'm just excited to find a new, like, kind of stable base highlighter.
Right.
Neutral.
I forgot to mention this when we mentioned bronzer, which wasn't that long ago, so I'm being dramatic. But this is the Kaleidos Charisma Contour Kit in warm and medium. Wow! I have just a sliver left of this powder. I use it to kind of blend out eyeshadow because it's way too dark to use on my face and way too yellow now that I'm fair. I have a pretty good dip going in this light cooler tone gray, and I've got a lot going on in this bronzer. So I've been working on this for a long time. I've basically been working on this since
like the last year.
It got off of YouTube, but I haven't done makeup consistently, so that's why it's not, you know, gone yet. But I do quite like this formula. I would definitely be more interested to try the fair shade again, but I mean, they have their new contour palettes, which are chef's kiss. So those ones I'd actually probably prefer.
Yeah, the colors are a little nicer too, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then I don't have any lip products because I have not really been wearing a ton of lip products because my lips have been really, really dry. And I've been wanting to, like, try different ones when I do wear lipstick, so I just don't want to commit to anything right now. But I am going to work on an eyeshadow palette. I don't think I have any particular goals. I would like to hit pan. I would like to hit pan on a shade or two. But this is the Onsei Norns palette. I just feel like this is a good one for this time of year. It has very, like, grungy tones, but it has, like, these jewel tones also at the top that just remind me of winter, you know, Christmas.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a perfect one to pull out. And I like the shimmer to matte ratio in here. There's a lot of shimmer, like, one shadow kind of wipes I can do. I really like this dark brown shimmer for, like, my outer corner. It's so good. And same with this, like, darker mauve shimmer. It's more purple on the lids. Yeah. It's so good, so good. This palette is spectacular. I think I saw that they redid this palette. They didn't change any of the colors, but they did repackage it, so it's in their
like
big square pans, I think. So part of me is like, maybe I should get that because, like, how this mirror is, but I would have to, like, use this up first. So we'll see. I would like to hit pan on maybe 2 shades, and perhaps then I will call it good. We'll see how I'm feeling. I might really, really enjoy working on this.
Right. I remember when I beat TF out of that pastel one.
Yeah.
So funny enough, we're both using Onsei. So I wanted something that had pretty much no neutrals in it, because if I have something with a neutral, I will utilize that neutral. So instead of being able to utilize the neutral, I can utilize my bronzer or my blush to make eyeshadow to continue panning products, if I'm not desperate for neutrality. This is the Onsei Solomon. I assume 2, but I'm not very good with Roman numerals. And here's what she looks like. It's like a kind of like a sunsetty kind of palette. It's so pretty. It's almost rainbow-like, but it's not exactly. We did a review on this, and I think in the caption it said best collection yet. This actually wasn't. The caption did. But I don't think that this was my favorite when it first came out. I struggled. Just simply because I was a little bit bored with the color story. We had 1,000 rainbow palettes at the time. We had, like, our Be Perfect ones and that sort of thing, like the big ones. So this was a little bit boring to us. Now, using it, I've been using it about a week or so now. Spoiler alert, we started it without you. And I'm really liking it. I do gravitate really heavily towards this, like, lighter purple shade, Dream, and the shade Starry Sky, which is the light pink in the middle.
When we got the palette, the pastel blue, that little purple shade, and the deep blue are the ones that I was like, oh, those are good ones.
Yeah, and I really like that it has this copper in here. It's almost like a really red copper, so it's not quite a neutral. It is still super punchy because I tried to use it as, like, my neutral, easy kind of shadow, and I was like, it's red. Yeah. It's not copper, but just next to the orange, I guess it looked copper to me. But I'm just really happy and excited to be using this palette. My goal is really just when I feel that I have utilized it to its potential. So I'll kind of keep you updated as to when I hit that wall. But when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I'm more concerned about falling in love again, finding army
just
makeup.
Using them in general again.
Using them in general. Rather than focusing on a palette long term. So, like, the thought of having to focus on this for, like, 4, 5, 6 months, it's a no. It's not happening because it's going to completely limit my creativity. So when I feel like I've made all the looks I can possibly make out of this palette, plus about 2 weeks, then I will roll it out. I have to struggle for 2 weeks before I can roll it out. And I have stuff in my bucket that it's not technically a part of my project pan. I've been working on some of like our old lip glosses and that sort of thing, things that we could get out, but I don't really want to worry too much about tracking them because they always end up in my purse or whatever.
Lip glosses, lost.
Yeah.
Lost.
Forever. I buy a new one and it just gets set somewhere random and never to be picked up again. So, but I'm really excited for this project pan for sure. I think that it's going to kind of reignite what we need to reignite in our makeup journey. We also closed our, well, I'm going to delete the account soon, but I just haven't yet, just to see if everybody got the message. But we're going to close our Twin Pans account and just move on to Twintorials with project pan content because I think it makes sense to keep our audience on the same
wavelength YouTube
and quite frankly, panning gets a lot of engagement, and it'd be good to bring that to our Twintorials page. So
yeah, because we've been struggling.
We're doing good now. Anyway, that is really all from us tonight. So if you enjoyed, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. Hopefully you enjoy this medium-ish consistent content. And we'll join us for the next one. Bye.